So I should see some level of fingers in the sky with how ready am I.
Coaching is all about student growth. What does that success look like? What's the criteria for that success?
The whole vision and the why behind the teacher coaching program is it's about an investment in our incredible staff and helping them to gain the skills and to further develop their own professional learning so that they can ultimately benefit students.
I think there's a misconception that coaching is fixing something that's broken, but that's not what it is at all. It's really someone to collaborate with teachers who are already great, and then they can kind of create their own magic.
Along who maybe whose voice to make it a little bit more democratic.
The learning is a continuous process, and then it doesn't end, and it's not just one direction. It's not just an adult to student, that we can learn all the way around from adult to adult and student to adult. In between these tasks.
What a great example to set of lifelong learning for your students. I mean, we see it in athletics, we see it in the professional world, and teachers have coaches too. That opens up this idea that looking closely at what we can do better is a great thing. It's a positive thing, and we should all be doing that.
So you have class time to teach specifically the writing.
We're teaching introductory paragraph, we're teaching concluding paragraph, and so what I really want to do is I'm going to anchor them in what are the symbols?
The real art of coaching comes in helping the teacher or the staff member discover it on their own through a series of questions to get them to have the shared analysis of the teaching and learning moment.
Would you want to organize the class by, all right, let's look at how to design a competent introductory paragraph around the symbol illusion.
So I want them to come up with a thesis. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm just really curious, like, is that too much time?
No, not necessarily.
Everyone can keep learning, to have a growth mindset, and that is really evident with what the school district is able to provide in the classroom for their teachers. My husband and I both grew up in communities with really strong public school systems, so we make it a priority to donate to the Mercer Island schools.
Today in class, we've been working on symbiotic relationships, and we also do rotations, like math rotations and reading rotations.
I like about what I'm doing is the phonics.
So my students right now are going through guided math rotations.
Anytime you break students into small groups, they get a more differentiated or tailored education.
Perfect. Julie is the district math coach, and I really, really enjoy working with Julie. I appreciate having those second set of eyes to make sure my students are engaged in math and working on activities at their level.
Kids inspire me to do this work, definitely, and teachers. I mean, they're wonderful, wonderful people, both little people and big people, and that definitely inspires me, the improvement and the fun and the engagement and all the benefits I get to see after the work.
I just want to say thank you to the teachers and the school for welcoming us as a newcomers to the island, and they are so nice, helpful to our kids who speak different language when we move here, and we have different learning styles. I'm very grateful.
So it's like the storyline is, yeah, they're in space, but it's like they really don't have a whole lot in common.
It kind of shines a light on the humans that built him and kind of put like the worst and best of humanity within the computer itself.
Teaching for me has really been about empathy and helping, and I care about young people and helping young people to be more empathetic. I tell my students all the time, reading more books, watching more good films actually makes us better people.
In Solaris, there's like a love story going on. And
my film is lit class. I have a lot of fun, and I think it's a really great class. You know, we can learn about these different, camera work, stylings, themes, those kind of things that really shape the movies that we watch.
The idea of wanting to be at the top of space discovery and stuff like that when we have a planet of our own and we aren't treating it the best.
Maybe the messiness was intentional, but I think there's also a certain point where it was unavoidable.
Alex's coaching of me benefits my students because she is a master teacher with years of experience, and this is my third year. So when I'm working with Alex and reflecting about my teaching practice, she's helped me especially when planning big long-term projects.
My film students are creating a documentary for this school year as their capstone project, and she's been helping me along the way with how to create a better structure.
For the second game, they went off against the Richland Bombers, who were last year's. I enjoy radio quite a bit. It's one of my favorite classes because I feel like I'm a very talkative person. I think a way that has helped me in both radio and my film and literature class, I think they kind of both help me in each other almost, but it has taught me how to think on my feet really easily and come up with ideas fast and respond to things kind of rapid fire. And in my film and literature class, every time we watch a movie, we have to have a Socratic seminar about it, and that is usually just discussion, but sometimes can turn into debate. You never know, and you got to be able to move fast and think of ideas and get your voice out there and get your voice heard.
Maybe it's just the downfall of pushing the boundaries of exploration.
We think it's very important to give, and we think it's important to give to the things that are most important to us. And our kids are most important to us, and we want our kids to become the best that they can be, and we think that the school is a great opportunity.
I truly believe that happy teachers equals happy classroom, and happy classroom is a great place for our students to learn and thrive in, and that's why I continue to donate to Mercer Island Schools Foundation every year.
So we've organized it for you so that it's easy for you to be able to navigate the page. So my class is composed of 30 children to have them explore motion and force using coding.
Today we picked up on the cars, and then we used the light sensor and all those pieces.
Sometimes we have 2 teachers in our classroom. Usually we have 1.
So having Julie as a coach in the classroom has really kind of helped me to kind of think of other ways that might be outside the box.
I like how they help you out each other, and they can help you. Like Miss Hoven, this technology instructor, helps us do code, and Miss McClyman just checks out on our projects.
I think it helps a lot because sometimes one teacher does not have enough to explain and the other one has a lot of knowledge about it.
I think one of the best things about teaching is the fact that you have so many avenues that you can kind of reach them. You can reach kids through multiple content areas, through science, through reading, through math. But when you see them turn that light bulb on or get inspired, or that moment where learning becomes fun and not a job or a chore, then you know that you're doing the right thing, that you're getting them where they need to be and passionate about whatever it is that they're driven by. And finding those things in each of our kids is what makes teaching magical. It's what brings it all together for us.
I like how you can just code things, and I really like coding and robotics. And I think I'm going to get a career in science, STEM.
We may not know the jobs that we're preparing our students for exactly, but what we do know is what we do now matters. And something I've learned in my 10 years in this district is that every classroom, every school, teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, support staff are all committed to trying to find the best ways to meet our students' needs socially, emotionally, and academically each and every day. There is no question in that.